we hear all the time about new therapies and we're on the brink and the cusp of a new age. So do you believe there will be new and huge advances in cancer treatment in the near future?
Absolutely, I do. You know, I've been in cancer research all of my professional life since I was a graduate student back in the 70s. And for most of that time, it's been banging our heads against a brick wall, excuse me, you know, with better formulations of drugs, but the drugs are still awful, and they reach the end of their efficacy. So a lot of people are cured, but you know, a lot of people are not. In the last 10, 15 years, it's just exploded with new ideas about how to treat cancer, new approaches based upon what's actually gone wrong in each patient's individual cancer. And I'm very happy that my children who are in their mid-20s will not face the fear of cancer as they go into old age. They'll have other things to worry about.
It'll be the next disease that
well,
comes
I'm more worried about global warming, quite honestly, but there will be other things to worry about. You know, cancers, even if not curable, will be treatable and containable. There will always be outliers and individuals who have particularly unlucky combinations of genetic lesions, but by and large, it'll be disease that progressively over the next quarter century, I think, will become more and more treatable and more containable. I have to say, incidentally, it's a wonderful time to be a cancer researcher.
Will some cancers be able to be prevented, do you think, with vaccines or preventative medicines if you know you have a particularly genetically derived cancer?
Yes, I think so. As we get to know more and more about what's happening and what starts cancers off, we get to know more and more about the very earliest stages of the disease. And so prevention, early detection are going to be very important, and early prevention will also be important. One of the big revolutions at the moment is the ability to manipulate our own immune system to identify cancer cells and spy on them and destroy them. And vaccines will all be part of that as well.
Right. So these targeted immunotherapies, are they going to be generally available in, can you put a predicted time scale on that?
Not really.
No.
I mean, we didn't even know that such things existed 10 years ago.
Right.
If you'd asked me that question 10 years ago, I would have said, oh, probably thousands of years.
Right.
That's just the nature of the problem that we're trying to address, this problem of the disease, where we still don't know nearly enough about all the cancers that arise in all the patients to be able to make generalized or even specific statements about them. But I'm very, very, very optimistic.
Do the targeted therapies, obviously a lot of the research is done on the more common cancers, but once those kind of therapies develop, will that then be relatable to more rare forms of cancer? Will the same kind of techniques be likely to be used for the majority of?
Some of them, perhaps immune therapies, but those that are targeted against certain molecules that get damaged, they will be specific for those particular cancers where those certain types of molecules get damaged. But it is a fact that some of the more unusual types of cancer, and that includes a lot of cancers in young people, actually have quite a lot of research on them. And the reason for that is that they are very interesting diseases that tell us an awful lot, not just about cancer, but also about normal developmental processes. So actually they are very, very informative, as well as being often more tractable diseases to treat, because they are less complex than the diseases and the cancers of old people. And because they're less complex, there's fewer things to go wrong, and there's fewer things to therefore put right.